So we made a road trip from Myrtle Beach to Columbia, and this morning we're exploring Congaree National Park, which is about a 30-minute drive from the city. It was actually free entry, but we do have a national park pass. A lot of people say it's the worst national park in the whole system, which I don't know. We just got here, but the trees are starting to change color, or they're at the end of the season of fall. But we're actually here in December, so let's go check it out. The park is protecting the largest bottomland hardwood forest in the U.S. And a lot of it gets flooded, so this boardwalk trail is flooded in some parts, which we haven't gotten to. But you can see a lot of wildlife here, like geckos and spiders and some other creepy crawly things. So maybe we'll get lucky and see something as we walk down this boardwalk. As soon as I said that, we found the flooded part, which was not far into the boardwalk. It's actually pretty cool looking though. Honestly, if you had the right boots on, you probably could walk a little further, but not today, sir. Stop causing mischief.
Mischief is my middle name.
Congaree National Park has the tallest trees in the eastern part of North America.
Oh my!
Who would have known? So we just saw a woodpecker. That's the first time I've ever seen one of those. I've actually heard them in Colorado, like by the house we used to be at, but I've never actually seen one, and I got them on camera. Because you can do kayak tours. I think it'd be a bit more interesting than doing little cheeky walks like we're doing. Although Sam's getting his feet wet.
Nothing like a little footsie dip to get you woken up in the morning.
We worked up an appetite at the national park, and we just ate at Columbia Craft Brewing. 10 out of 10. They don't have food, but they have a food truck.
I wouldn't give him a 10. I'd give him like a solid 7.
Okay, well, the food was 10 out of 10.
The hot dog was 10 out of 10.
Okay, so I told myself when I came to South Carolina, or at least last week I told myself, I needed to try the barbecue or the pimento cheese, because honestly I hadn't tried pimento cheese in several years, and it was a store-bought, and I was like, I just need to try a homemade one. So they had a pimento cheese hot dog. It sounds weird, but it was so good. It also had like crispy onion and mustard on top. And Sam got a burger with fries. And then for beer, I got the limoncello sour beer.
Yes.
And he tried a couple of them. That brewery has won several awards, and I thought it was pretty good. We just got to the state capitol building, and it's on this beautiful park, and the leaves, I just can't. They're bright orange and red. So I think that's a palmetto tree, the state tree, which is the one on the flag in front of the Capitol building. How South Carolina could you be? Online it says the building's closed today, so we can't go in and tour it, but it's very unique, I'd have to say. So this is actually the second Columbia, because the first one burned down, at least a large portion of it, as well as the Capitol building. So now we're just walking down Main Street. We're seeing what there is to do. I heard this is the cute part of the city. They named a street after George Washington because he was here. George Washington was here.
And you missed the light.
How does it feel to stand where he stood?
At least I have all my teeth.
So Columbia has two pretty good museums that you can visit, the South Carolina State Museum as well as the Columbia Museum of Art. But me being cheap, the cost of like $15 a person, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it lately. One was on Main Street, the Museum of Art, and then this other one, the State Museum, is right by the river. the Congaree River, which we're about to go to. So we're ending the day here at Riverfront Park. I launched the drone and then Sam fell asleep within that like 5 minutes the drone was in the air. Someone's tired and it's about 3 p.m. To be honest, we're still on like a night shift schedule because we got off of work yesterday morning. But I'm here enjoying the river. This is the Congaree River here. And there's a huge bridge connecting one side of the city to the other. And there's lots of tables and chairs and an amphitheater that you can come enjoy the park at. And it's quite a cold day, so I might not be in here that long. There's a lot of massive houses down this river. The park, it looks like it's closed, like the river walk on both ends, so definitely not going to be out here that long. This morning here in Columbia, I'm on a search for a really good coffee and hopefully some breakfast too. So let's go. So I read reviews that Ina Coffee Company is one of the best spots here in Columbia, and I got a flat white with honey. I got Sam the same thing, and they sell coffee beans as well. They did have a few food items, but I wasn't really feeling what they had. And I got some beans from El Salvador. I just had to. But yeah, they're whole beans. Tasting notes, milk chocolate, and berry. So we're gonna try these out at home. This is the accommodation we stayed at. It's an Airbnb. It's nice and retro. Like, look at the table and the toaster. And the bed. Sorry it's not made because we're checking out here. Pretty neat. And look at these little weenie dog statues. Look, it's your cousin. It's your cousin. So we're packing up the truck. We're headed to another spot here in South Carolina and then on to a new state that we haven't been on this channel, but we've been before. So I'm so excited for the rest of this road trip before we head home for the holidays. On our way to our next stop here in South Carolina, we made a stop at Lake Murray, just a few minutes outside the city of Columbia. And we are at the recreational area. I'll put a little pinpoint here in case you're interested. There's a nice little park right on the lake and a boardwalk. In the summertime, you can come here and swim, launch a kayak or a jet ski or a boat. But it's the winter, so it's a little too cold to do any of that. But it's really pretty. The sun just peeked out of the clouds here, and we're just enjoying maybe a few minutes here before we head on because we're going to be checking in way too early for our next spot.